la arma larga de hombro, carabina de repetición y la escopeta de 2 cañones. Solo tengo esas 2 armas, tío.
Pero ¿por qué lo dices? ¿Por comprarte algo?
Sí, pues, alguna que sea condiciones, tío, yo qué sé. O la carabina se va bien, digo yo. Eso no. La carabina es de repetición, yo qué sé.
Sí,
O
la
alguna arma que
carabina de
vaya.
repetición va bien. Mira si tienes el Lancaster, va muy bien.
Que sea potente, vamos.
¿Eh?
Que pegue tiro ahí en condiciones.
Primero está la carabina, luego el Lancaster. Si tienes para comprar el Lancaster y no lo tienes, compra tu Lancaster personalizado. ¿Has vendido eso ya? Del perista y todo.
No, estoy haciendo la misión.
A ver, tienes que llevar un carro o algo seguro.
No sé, he venido aquí a un pueblo, a un rancho, aquí a un granero, no sé, eso es lo que va a estar ahí. Tengo que ir a una casa aquí a robar algo, me parece.
Puede ser, que puede ser cualquier cosa. Luego se lo lleves al tío este.
Tengo que saquear la casa. $45 tengo que robar aquí.
Besón de esto. Una boñigaca. Hostia.
Sí, me parece que te voy a dejar aquí.
¿Y
Roba la
qué?
diligencia. Roba la diligencia. Vale, pues no me lío aquí dentro. Un granero. Ahí la diligencia.
Míralo. Voy a meter con el franco lo mejor en la cara.
Mira, la aquí. Ah, vale.
Para acá. No se muere el hijo puta ahora.
La verdad que el juego está guapísimo. Lo único es que ya te digo que sale muchísimo rato. Que tiene muchas misiones secundarias.
Hey guys, Lethal Leslie here, and today I'm going to be showing you the exact location, just that dog doing its business there made me laugh, of the Outlawn Shell Fragment. Outlawn Shell Fragment, I don't really know how to say it, but I'm going to be showing you the exact location of this little unique item in the game now, and this is the last of the unique items I'm going to be doing kind of thing. So let me zoom in here, this is exactly what
Rose.
Una perista de cara. A ver eso.
Eh,
Y para restablecer el núcleo del caballo también me tengo que ir al porrón.
mm, yo lo hago, me subo al caballo, le das a la ruleta y te vas a caballo. Tienes una ruleta de tu arma, la ruleta de tu
Ya,
objeto
pero no me sale una mierda.
y otra del caballo. Y te sale
Ah,
pues a la
sí, sí.
izquierda la comida, arriba los tónicos del caballo, sombrero, para cambiarte la ropa. A lo mejor no tienes nada para que coma el caballo. Puedes darle hierbas que encuentres por ahí, zanahorias silvestres por ahí por el campo.
Estaba el pobre en la guilla. No puedo venderle nada. El hijo de puta este que sale con un candado.
Te sale con un candado y ¿qué te dice? ¿No dice nada?
No sé, me ha dicho que es una visita de cortesía, no sé qué historia.
¿Cómo? Pero, o sea, ahora mismo tú te acercas y tienes un candado.
Sí,
Y el payo está ahí, tú ves lo que es el muñeco del vendedor.
sí.
Bueno, macho.
Pues si lo señalo con el helado me pone a apuntar con un arma nada más.
No, 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 no. Acércate más o algo, no sé. No sé, tío. Está de día, ¿no?
Sí. Que no me deja, tío.
No sé, tío. Y ese es el perista que está al lado del rancho Emerald, supongo, ¿no? Que es el primero.
Sí, sí, claro, el que le ha hecho la misión.
Sí, sí, sí. Y has terminado la misión, tal y cual, te deja ahí al lado y te arrimas
No, me he ido al rancho, me he ido con el tío hasta el rancho y he vuelto. Y nada.
y vuelves y te sale con un candado.
Mm,
Esta baja del caballo, ¿no? Entiendo.
sí, sí, claro.
Pues, no sé, tío. Yo qué sé, tío, no sé qué decirte. Un poco raro, no sé.
No sé, a lo mejor tengo que hacer una misión más.
Hombre, eso es lo normal, pero es que, no sé, tío. Este estaba también rayado con lo del perista esta mañana y sigue rayado todavía, o está ahora otro WhatsApp. A ver. Pero no me sale trampero aceptable, eso sí, es verdad. Voy por el capítulo 4, así que paso de cazar y recolectar pieles porque no me sirve de nada. Con lo que el juego me ofrece sin más, es ya de sobra.
Pues,
Tú has hecho esa, la de robar la diligencia, o sea, la de robar a sus primos, los primos de este en su casa.
eh,
Joder, tío, dice este que va por el capítulo 3 y no le ha salido tampoco el perista. No entiendo, tío, no lo puedo entender.
o sea, a lo mejor tiene que haber hecho algo en el rancho, no sé.
Es que los otros ya te pillan lejos, los otros, no sé, ir para allá a jugársela mucho.
A lo mejor me tengo algo todavía. Un montón de misiones, tío. Tengo todavía, no he hecho la de la carta, ni la de Javier Escuella, esa. Mike tampoco.
La de Javier Escuela, sí, la que está ahí en Blackwater, ¿no?
Será, no sé. No lo tengo descubierto. Ah, pues nada.
No sé, tío. No sé por qué mierda no sale el perista. Este dice que tampoco. Dice, voy por el capítulo 3 y no me sale el perista. Digo, no sé, tío.
Pues nada, seguiré haciendo misiones hasta que se me abra el candado de la polla. que mover. ¿Tú le has quitado el auto guardado o sigues con el auto guardado ese?
Sí, yo le dejo el auto guardado, claro. Tú vayas guardando. De todas formas, contigo en eso voy guardando por si acaso, porque a veces el juego flipa. Tú ves
Sí,
guardando cuando
nada.
hagas algo así fuerte, que lo hayas hecho bien o tal, que vayas bien, pues guarda.
Mm.
Pues si no,
Yeah, we're actually in. Is it Fernwood here? I can't remember what it's called. So we zoom out and then it'll tell us what I'm going to be doing, kind of thing. So let me zoom in here. This is exactly where we are. We're actually in. Is it?
en la otra casa. Ahí está. Pues yo, por ejemplo, estoy aquí ahora en una ciudad y me sale el candán el perista, pero porque son las 5:15. Y no abre hasta las 6 o así, no sale el perista.
A lo mejor por eso, por la hora, no sé.
No sé, yo ya te digo, ahora mismo, hasta las 6 o así las estas no abren. De hecho, si llegas por la noche, te sale una opción que pone pasar la noche y le das al triángulo o algo así. Amigo. ¿Ves? Ya se han hecho las 6, ya se quita el candadillo y ya te sale el payo.
Well, long time no see, you. Got anything good for me by any chance? As long as you have the items I need.
Dios. Me acabo de hacer bueno, el segundo mejor talismán del juego. Me falta el chungo chungo, que es el de Caimán. Porque te dice Caimán legendario y en el mapa no está el mapa del... No hay Caimán legendario, o sea que no sé.
Let's see.
Reduce un 10% la velocidad a la que se agota el núcleo de resistencia de forma permanente.
I still remember that massacre at 99 like it was yesterday.
I trust nobody's missing this too much.
Mola.
Have a good one.
Mira este meando, loco. No he visto ninguno meando.
Okay, Missy. Good morning. All right, little fella. You're a good dog. Hey, boy. Hey, little fella. You're a good dog.
Quiero ir al trampero, tío, porque llevo aquí una esta de legendario y paso de que me la roben o algo. Cago en Dios. Me cago en Dios.
Betfair, donde el instinto se junta con la razón.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Redemption 2 video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to catch legendary fish. Possible. Even ways. Those abilities, tricks that they don't show you in the world of different. And once I got the hang of it, I started catching legendary fish on my first.
Bueno, te he quitado ya comemos.
Venga,
Venga, hasta luego.
hasta luego.
You actually need to speak to a gentleman named Jeremy Gill, who is located on the shore of the Flat Iron Lake. He is a stranger that you talk to, and basically he is a famous fisherman that catches lots of big fish, and he wants you to go hunt legendary fish for him. He will actually give you a challenge and a map that shows you roughly where all of the legendary fish are. And it's pretty easy to find out in what spots they are, because obviously they're going to be in bodies of water. So that right there is step 1. Be in chapter 3 and talk to this guy named Jeremy Gill. Step number 2 is going to acquire the right tools in order to hunt legendary fish. So the first is obviously a fishing rod. The second is going to be one of 3 items. It's going to be special lure based off of where the fish is located, in a river, a lake, or
for a swamp. Now, this is something I don't want you guys to get confused with, because there's the $20 options which you need, and then there's the non-$20 options which you do not need. And there's also bait options as well that you can buy too. Bait and lures are not used at the same time. I was really confused by this for the longest time. I would use the special lure, but then I would put bait on, and I was wondering why I was getting these tiny fish. You only use one or the other. Now from there, it's all about finding the legendary fish location, and the game will actually tell you when you are in legendary fish territory. And from there, it's pretty easy. So now let's talk about the basics of fishing. So in order to get this thing started, you're going to hold down left trigger, then right trigger, and you're going to cast your line into the water. Now, a tip that I like to do, I like to cast my line intentionally further than where the fish are. By the way, if you're confused on where the fish are, just look for the bubbles. That's where they are in the water. Now, what I like to do is slowly reel in the lure. I don't like to mess with R2, moving it back and forth. I feel like that scares the fish away. And you can see, because I am hunting in the swamp, which is actually right next to the place where I bought the bait and tackle, I'm using the special swamp lure. You want to use the lure that is specific to the legendary fish in the region you're hunting in. Remember, lake, river, swamp. It needs to be one of those three. Now, once you've hooked the fish, there's basically two things you want to do. You want to reel it in and control it. So let's talk about controlling the fish. So this is when the fish is going to try and pull away from you, and this is when your controller is going to vibrate. In order to do this, there's two things you want to do. Number one, you want to move the left thumbstick in the opposite direction of the fish. Remember, the fish is trying to pull away, so you want to move the left thumbstick in the opposite direction. And this next one is important. This is something the game does not tell you. You also want to click in on the right thumbstick. Doing this will prevent the fish from spooling out any more line, which means your line will have a less chance of snapping. The game doesn't tell you about that. So pull in the opposite direction and click in on the right stick when the fish is pulling. When the fish is not pulling, when it's tired out, you want to spin the right analog stick in the direction it tells you, and you also want to pull down on the left stick. Now, doing this at the same time is a little awkward. In fact, I even had to position my hand where my sort of right palm was turning the right stick, and I was pulling down on the left stick. And you'll actually see Arthur do it. When you pull down, he sort of flicks the rod up in the air a little bit higher. This gives you a huge advantage. In fact, in the strategy guide, they describe this as an advanced reeling technique. So you want to tilt the left stick down to pull your rod up, and then quickly reel in. And then after a second or two, you want to do this again, pulling up and reeling in. And repeating this as often as you can until the fish resumes struggling and a new cycle begins. And you'll notice that this repeated upward movement gives you a significant edge and will enable you to get better of even the most robust legendary fishes. So basically, it's just when the fish tires out, you pull in. When it's pulling away, you pull in the opposite direction, left or right. And once you get the hang of that, it is super easy to catch legendary fish. So the one I'm hunting here is actually in the swamp. And there was never a risk of me breaking my line or anything like that. It was super simple once I got the hang of it. The game is just really confusing in terms of giving you a proper tutorial, because the one fishing mission you go on is hunting baby fish. They don't prepare you for the legendary stuff. So once you know the sort of tips and tricks that I've given you in this video, it is so easy to catch one of these big guys. So the fish that I was trying to catch today is the legendary gar, which is once again found in the Lagris swamp. And this, like I said, was pretty easy. Once I got the hang of it, this was my first try. And this thing, as you guys can see here, is absolutely massive. 41 pounds, 8 ounces, legendary long nose gar. And I'm definitely going to be keeping this one because there is a legendary fish challenge, as you guys can see there. And our next objective, if you guys are hunting legendary fish, is to take this to the post office. That's right, we are literally going to be mailing a fish today, believe it or not. And you can see once I've mailed the fish, I was 1 of 13, and I was actually going to get a reward for returning the fish to Jeremy. Now, you get rewards after 1 fish, 10 fish, and then finally 13. 1 fish is a lake lure, 10 fish is $45, and a succulent fish meat. And then after you do all 13, you complete the challenge, you get a special spinner, which is great for hunting further legendary fish. So anyways, that right there is how you can easily hunt legendary fish in Red Dead Redemption 2, and also probably a great way in how you'll be able to hunt fish in Red Dead Online when it eventually comes out. So I know that if you follow these tips and tricks, you'll be catching these fish in no time. And a lot of the things I mentioned in this video, the game is not going to tell you. So this is something I would definitely use on your next fishing trip. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating on this video. That'd be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With out the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to find the rarest horse in the game. This is the hardest to find horse in Red Dead Redemption 2. So according to the official strategy guide for Red Dead Redemption 2, there are 3 extremely rare types of wild horses in the game. 2 of these horses are shown on the map. The White Arabian, which we found in a previous video, and the Tiger-Striped Bay Mustang. There is a 3rd horse called the Splashed White American Paint, and this specimen does not have a set location. Instead, it randomly spawns at ambient campfires around the world where hostile campers await. So this is the only horse in Red Dead Redemption 2 that cannot be found on a map, and also cannot be bought or purchased at a stable or a fence or anything like that. Literally the only way to find this horse is if you randomly come across it in the wild. However, I can provide some tips. So just like the strategy guide said, these guys spawn at ambient campfires. Now, the biggest giveaway for campfires is the smoke that comes out from them, and also the light from the fire. So I found that if you're specifically hunting for this horse, it's actually easier to do this at night. Number 1, it's a lot easier to see the smoke, and number 2, you're going to notice the orange glow coming from the woods, and that is a clear giveaway that this horse might be at this campfire. Now, it's not going to be at every single one. In fact, I wasn't even looking for this horse. I just saw the smoke and thought I would actually investigate, and I sort of knew what this horse looked like. It's white with like a black sort of top coat, at least sort of closer to its head. And I wanted to look at it and examine it, and sure enough, that was the one. It was the American Paint, and it was the Splashed White. Now, I'll show you guys on the map right now where I found this horse, or where I found this campsite. It's just north of Dewberry Creek, which is a little bit southwest of Emerald Ranch. So you guys can check this location. It might be there for you. It might not be there for you. Again, I think the spawns are random. Same with the campfires also. So if you get lucky like me and you find a horse like this at a campfire, you don't just want to immediately go up to it, because that horse technically belongs to that guy sitting at the campfire. So you don't want to spook the horse either, because it will run off and then you're going to be in trouble. So here's what I wanted to do. I noticed that there was only one guy at the campfire, so I decided, okay, I'm going to try and take this guy out as stealthily as possible. I don't want to spook the horse here. And I don't know if I did a good job of doing that, but at the end of the day, I think I got the job done enough. So what I did was I went up to the back of this guy with my knife. I meleeed him a couple times, and that seemed to do the job without completely spooking the horse. Now, the horse did end up wanting to walk away, but thankfully it wasn't like crazy spooked like the White Arabian was. That that was one of the hardest horses to tame in the game. This one was actually a lot easier. In fact, I was surprised at how simple this was. I just simply lassoed the horse, and I basically just had to make it calm down for about maybe 10 or 15 seconds before I was able to jump on its back, and we were good to go. I was actually pleasantly surprised at how easy it was to capture this horse. Now from there, I did not want to lose the horse I already had, the White Arabian, which is one of the best horses in the game. I've got it bonded to level 4. Definitely did not want to lose that. So this is what we did. We found the closest stable and we made our journey there. And I made sure that my previous horse, the White Arabian, was following along. So we were able to get the horse to the stable, and you might notice something here. It's not that great, at least stat-wise. And its sell price is only $2.80. Whereas if I were to sell my Ivory, which is the White Arabian, it's leveled up so much that its sell price is $240, a massive difference. So you're probably asking yourself right now, why is this horse any good? And the answer to that is, I don't know if it is. I never said anything about it being like the best of the best, but it is definitely the rarest horse in the game. Now, it is certainly a different horse compared to the White Arabian, which is an elite racing horse. I'm pretty sure this horse is a workhorse, which means it might have different statistics, like it's going to have maybe better stamina or better strength or something along those lines. So just because you see a worse speed and acceleration stat doesn't mean that it's a worse horse overall. Now mine had standard handling. It was also a female too. Again, I don't know if that is a difference. In fact, both the horses that I've owned so far have been female, so I can't tell if there's a difference. I actually just looked up the splashed white American paint. It is in the workhorse category. It has a base value of $140. Its health is 3, stamina is 5, speed is 3, and acceleration is 3. So it seems like the big part of this horse is having amazing stamina. And that might actually be a really good thing, especially if you use your horse a lot and for long durations. So that's actually pretty cool. I ended up upgrading the horse as best as I could in terms of buying supplies and renaming the horse and all that sort of fun stuff. But this is the rarest horse in the game. And if you're collecting these rare horses, this is one you definitely want to have. I right now have 2 of 3, so I'm 66% of the way done. The only one I don't have is the Tiger Striped Bay Mustang, and the only reason I don't have that one yet is because it's in an area of the map in which I physically can't get to because I'm wanted dead or alive down there. I'm still kind of at the start of the game. So overall, what do I think of this horse? Am I going to be using it? I think the answer is yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. I mean, it's rare for a reason. Rockstar must have some sort of special attribute with it. It's certainly not as quick or speedy as my White Arabian, but it might have more stamina. And if I fully upgrade it all the way, and as I bond with it completely, it might be a really, really good horse. At the end of the game, if you are one of those completionists going for the rarest of the rare, this is going to be something that you definitely want. So that right there is how you find the hardest to locate.
Hey guys, Lethal Leslie here. Right on road, and it's literally just this house here. You can see it. It looks like this is the actual main Now,
Okay.
the only issue here is, was this the only Sasquatch? Is the only Sasquatch in Red Dead Redemption 2 dead? We don't know that question or that answer just yet, but hopefully throughout my playthrough we'll be able to go ahead and answer it. And is there anything back here maybe? Any clues? Nope. This is where he lived, dudes. Sasquatch lived here, and oh, look at this. He even had like a little club. This was like his billy club. It had spikes on it. This was he used to take out animals, I guess. Pretty cool. All right. A little fire here. He wasn't too primitive if he was building his own fire. Very, very cool, dudes. Very freaking cool. So, if this video helped you, you thought it was interesting, or you're able to go ahead and see the Sasquatch for yourself in game, drop the video, like, subscribe. If you're new around here, click
¿Qué pasa? Muy buena. Muy buena. Ah, porque no, no te sale, ¿no? El... Ah, vale, pues no te sale a qué, claro. Claro. A ver. To the Blackwater. Claro. Claro. Ya está sucio, caballico.
Easy there, girl. It's all right. Don't let it get to you. That's better.
Sí, creo que son 16.
You're a good filly.
Sí. No, pero eso es de tu play, de tu reconocimiento de voz. Yo nunca lo he usado. Una vez... Una vez creo que lo he usado. No sé.
Relax.
Que las caravanicas estas siempre llevan cosas buenas. No, no sé.
Okay, Missy.
Sí, ¿no? Claro. Sí, sí. Si las multas hoy en día se han convertido en el recaude.
That's it. Keep going. If you come with me, we won't have no issues. Die! Somebody shoot him!
Hmm. Hmm.
Faster! We'll lose him like this.
Pues sí.
Out of the damn way!
Not right now. Sorry. Sorry. Can't right now, friend. Are you
All right, girl. For you.
You think I wouldn't recognize that ugly face of yours?
Y las putas botas, tío, ese puto bug de puta mierda de puto juego de asqueroso, tío, es que no voy a jugar más, tío, esto. Ya está, tío, ya he perdido otra vez las botas. Venga, tío, toma por culo. Quieren meter tantas cosas que no lo va a hacer ni ellos.